Want to speak real French from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at FrenchPod101.com. Want to speak real French from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at FrenchPod101.com.
Hi Watchers! Are you coming to France soon? Because this week we are going to learn about 20 travel phrases you should know. Merci, thank you. Anytime you receive something or someone was nice to you. Merci, thank you. Excusez-moi, excuse me. Anytime you bump into someone, or if you step on the foot because the metro is crowded, or if you need to call for the waiter's attention, use this one. Excusez-moi. Combien ça coûte? How much is this? Yeah, sometimes you won't find the prices on the items you are looking for, especially if you're going to a flea market in France. So just go, this item, how much is it? Cet objet, combien ça coûte? Où est la gare? Where is the train station? This one can be quite convenient. If you are in a big city, where is the metro? Où est le métro? Le Wi-Fi est-il gratuit? Is the Wi-Fi free? If you want Wi-Fi in France, maybe some coffee shops now have it. They advertise it on the chalkboard outside. So come inside, we have Wi-Fi. Je voudrais ceci. I'd like this. Oh, I'd like this, please. Je voudrais ceci, s'il vous plaît. If you don't know the name of the item you want in the menu, you can just point and say, je voudrais ceci. I want this, please. Pourrions-nous avoir le menu, s'il vous plaît? Could we have the menu, please? Usually you have to ask for it. Sometimes the place is very crowded, so ask. Le menu, s'il vous plaît? Could we have the menu, please? Avez-vous des recommandations? Do you have any recommendations? If you are at a bar and want for some cocktail, it can be like, oh, I like something fruity. Do you have any recommendation? J'aimerais quelque chose de fruité. Avez-vous des recommandations? And then the bartender will make you some fancy cocktail. Je suis allergique aux cacahuètes. I'm allergic to peanuts. If you have any allergies, be sure to ask whenever you are going out or trying to eat something. People will be really nice about it, and sometimes it's even on the menu. If you have any allergies, there will be a sign saying, yes, this contains nut, or this contains milk, or this contains gluten, and you can make sure that you don't eat something you don't want to ingest. Avez-vous des plats végétariens? Do you have any vegetarian dishes? If you're vegetarian or vegan, there will also be a sign very often on the menu saying this dish contains no meat, or this is vegan safe, it's made with no animal grease or eggs or milk. Pourrais-je avoir l'addition? Could I have the check? Pourrais-je avoir l'addition, s'il vous plaît? Could I have the check, please? Prenez-vous la carte de crédit? Do you take credit card? Can I pay by credit card? Puis-je payer avec ma carte de crédit? Pourriez-vous me prendre en photo, s'il vous plaît? Could you take a picture of me, please? What, you don't have your selfie stick? Come on, that's something every traveler should have. 1, 2, 3, Wistiti! Je voudrais un siège non-fumeur, s'il vous plaît. I'd like to have a non-smoking seat, please. Well, restaurants in France have banned smoking inside for a couple of years now. So every restaurant you go to should be non-smoking. Smoking is only allowed in bars. Good luck with that. Do you have non-smoking seats? Avez-vous des sièges non-fumeurs? Pourriez-vous me donner un rabais? Could you give me a discount? Un peu moins cher? A little bit cheaper? This is again if you go to flea markets, and especially on Sundays, you will have a bunch of sellers selling stuff from their homes. You can negotiate the price a lot over there. And getting an item half price is really common. So you can un peu moins cher. Ou est-ce que je pourrais avoir un rabais? S'il vous plaît. Give me a discount, please. Or make it cheaper. A tiny bit cheaper. Okay, more cheap, even cheaper. Way cheaper. Okay, give it to me, free, now. Pourrais-je obtenir un plan? Could I get a map? Plan would be more a map of something you want inside, for example, if you're in a museum. And if you're outside and got lost and go to the information center, for example, you can ask, pourrais-je avoir une carte? Could I get a map? J'ai une réservation. I have a reservation. When you get to a restaurant and have a reservation, they will often ask you at the front desk, so do you have a reservation? Avez-vous une réservation? You can say, yes, I have a reservation. Oui, j'ai une réservation. Puis-je essayer? Can I try this on? Yeah, if you want to try some clothes, you can ask the staff. Puis-je essayer ceci? Can I try this? Parlez-vous anglais? Do you speak English? French people aren't really good at speaking English, but they will try their best. So if you find someone and cannot express yourself in French properly, and ask them, Parlez-vous anglais? Do you speak English? They may say, no, not that much, but no, je ne parle pas beaucoup, ou je ne parle pas anglais. The most common sentence I learn in every language is, a beer, please. Une bière, s'il vous plaît. Anytime it's summer, it's hot, and you want something fresh, une bière, s'il vous plaît. A beer, please, to go with your nice meal or just to freshen up and chill with friends. So that's it for this week. What's your most used travel sentence? Leave me a comment to let me know. And if you want to learn more French, don't forget to check the website, FrenchPod101.com. We'll see you next time. See you. Travel time! Okay, so welcome back to French Weekly Words, and we are going to start this week with a new theme, and let's discover it together. French cities. Cannes. Cannes is very famous for the film festival, right? Simple sentence would be le festival de Cannes a lieu en été. The film festival of Cannes is in summer, and you get to see a lot of celebrities and things like that. I guess because I never went there. Next one. Paris. So everyone knows Paris, I think. Paris is the capital. You have Eiffel Tower and fancy stuff, museum. Paris, la plus belle ville du monde. Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. They say as well. I find it smelly, but you can sing whatever you want. Marseille. Marseille is in the south and it's near Italy. It's a harbor kind of city. And it's kind of dangerous as well, but it's kind of fun also. La ville de Marseille est un port. Marseille is a harbor, right? Next one is Nice. It's written as nice, and it's also a nice city. So it's also in the south, so it's very sunny, and you have fancy food and fish, stuff like this. La ville de Nice est ensoleillée. Nice is sunny. Shall I say it more seriously? Montpellier, I came from here. Montpellier, so this one is in the south, near the Mediterranean Sea. You have the mountain on the side and the sea on the other side. And it's super nice. It's a student city, and so a lot of young people. You have plenty of parties and things like that, universities, and I really like it. So Montpellier est une ville estudiantine. Montpellier is a student city. The end. Okay, so we review all the cities today, and so don't forget to check the website if you want the list of cities and more information. So see you next week. Bye. Welcome back to French Weekly Words, and let's discover this week's theme. It's the end. French tourist attractions. I don't go out. I don't know those. First word is La cathédrale de Notre-Dame de Paris. Notre-Dame Cathedral, which is also in Paris, and it's the biggest one in France. It's pretty old, and you have nice artwork inside, and all the window artwork as well. I don't know how you call this in English. Window artwork. Stained glass. You have really pretty stained glass. On peut écouter l'orgue à la cathédrale de Notre-Dame de Paris le dimanche. So you can listen to the organ at Notre Dame Cathedral on Sunday. It's very famous pianist here doing the organ. Next one. Musée du Louvre. So Louvre Museum, which is also in Paris, and it's famous for its pyramid shape. And you can also see Leonardo da Vinci and La Joconde inside. Also, they have a nice Egyptology place so you can visit. Ma section préférée au musée du Louvre, c'est l'Égyptologie. My favorite part in Louvre Museum is Egyptology, which is really super interesting. Parc du Château de Versailles. Gardens of Versailles. There was a place where the king lived in, and really beautiful gardens with fountains and fancy architecture. And you can visit the castle as well, which is pretty beautiful. The best time to visit Gardens of Versailles is in summer. So, le meilleur moment pour visiter le parc du château de Versailles, c'est en été. because otherwise it may be raining and not so enjoyable, and in summer they put the fountains out and it's pretty. Mont Saint-Michel. So this is in Bretagne, and if you know Bretagne, it's a shape like this, and it's at the end, and it's an old abbey built on a rock on a kind of island. So when the sea rises, you can't access it except by boat, and when you go down, you can access by foot. And you have to be careful with the sea because it's a bit dangerous over here. Le Mont Saint-Michel est une abbaye. Mount Saint-Michel is an abbey. Tour Eiffel. Eiffel Tower. It's red and white. No, it's not. So this was made for the International Exposition and it's a symbol of Paris as well. La Tour Eiffel est en forme de A parce que c'est la première lettre du mot amour. So Eiffel Tower is in the shape of the L letter because it's the first letter of the word love in French, amour. So they have the same shape. Next one is the end. So we'll see you in the next video next week for more French words. And if you liked it, you can leave a comment and don't forget to get the list of words from the website. So see you next time. Bye. 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 Welcome back to French Weekly Words. This week's theme is crossing borders. I like crossing borders. Traverser les frontières. First is douane, customs. You don't like them customs. To enter a country, you need to go through customs. Pour entrer dans un pays, vous devez passer par la douane. Ah! How do you say? Don't bring anything the custom could take away from you. N'emportez rien avec vous que la douane pourrait vous prendre. Next! Formulaire de déclaration. Declaration form. Please fill the declaration form. S'il vous plaît, remplissez le formulaire de déclaration. You fill the declaration form, give it to the customs, enter the country. Remplir le formulaire de déclaration, le donner à la douane et rentrer dans le pays. Next. Nationalité. Nationality. Nationality. What's your nationality? Quelle est votre nationalité? My nationality is French. Ma nationalité est française. So you just replace French with your own nationality. Next. Passeport. Passport. Almost the same, so easy. I like having many stamps in my passport. J'aime avoir plein de tampons dans mon passeport. So when you enter in France, you give your passport, you get a fancy stamp, and you can show it to everyone after this. Next, visa, which in French is visa. What? Postuler pour un visa, to apply for a visa. Or getting a visa is complicated. Avoir un visa, c'est compliqué. So much paperwork and patience. Next is the end. So once you've crossed your border and go to custom and get your visa and went to quarantine, you're free to enter the country and welcome to lovely France. So enjoy your stay. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hey, and welcome back to French Weekly Words. So this week's theme is tourism, le tourisme. Let's go and visit stuff. Touriste, tourist, tourist. Bingo. Yeah, in front of the monument. French tourists are noisy. Les touristes français sont bruyants. You can spot them miles away from anywhere because they are the ones screaming. Faire le touriste. Being all touristy. Click and photographing stuff and being loud. Okay, next one. Guide touristique, guidebook. I always take a guidebook when going to another country. Je prends toujours mon guide touristique quand je vais visiter un nouveau pays. A tour guide, explaining stuff to you, it will also be a guide touristique. C'est recommandé dans le guide touristique. It's recommended in the guidebook. Next one. Visiter, to tour. My kitchen! You should tour my kitchen, it's so awesome and delicious. Vous devriez visiter ma cuisine, il y a plein de choses délicieuses dedans. I can cook, but I don't want to. To tour Paris, visiter Paris. Go on, it will be fun and pretty. I'm touring the museum. I'm going to the museum. Yeah. Église, church. To go to church, aller à l'église. On Sunday, usually. Do you tour this? There are a lot of miracles in Lourdes Church. Il y a beaucoup de miracles à l'église de Lourdes. Next. Itinéraire. Itinerary. Itinerary. To decide on the itinerary. décider d'un itinéraire. Or to plan an itinerary, planifier un itinéraire. And it's the end for this week. So, leave me a comment about what would you want to visit in France. So welcome back to French Weekly Words, and this week's theme will be about at a hotel. So what do you do at a hotel? The first one is key, la clé. So getting your key, recevoir sa clé. So you go, you check in, you get your key. Yeah, don't lose your key, ne perdez pas vos clés. Or to open the door with the key, ouvrir la porte avec la clé. Next one. Ah, okay, single bed, un lit simple. So single bed are so tiny. Les lits simples sont tout petits. Single bed for one person room. Un lit simple pour une chambre pour une personne. Yeah, even when I'm traveling by myself, I usually get double bed because it's the same price. And it's bigger and you can roll in it. Single bed is so small. Well, next one then is double bed. Lit double. Double bed are for two people. Les lits doubles sont pour deux personnes. Or for just one person if you like myself and like to roll in your bed. And be like me. I like double bed. J'aime les lits doubles. Next one. Occupé. No vacancy. There is no vacancy. L'hôtel est occupé. There are no room left. I had to sleep in my car because there was no vacancy. J'ai dû dormir dans ma voiture car l'hôtel était occupé. This is a sad thing, but sometimes it happens. Next one. Clé électronique, electronic key. Most of the hotel have them, right? And you just swipe your key. Fancy! This is an electronic key, but this one is not for a hotel. It's for my room. To swipe your electronic key, passer sa carte électronique. So you swipe it in front of your door. Nya, 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 please enter. Electronic key, clé électronique. So, welcome back, and let's start this week with a new theme that's in an airplane. I love airplanes! Like, dans un avion. In an airplane. Let's go! First word is airplane. Avion. I love airplane. J'aime les avions. Traveling by airplane. Voyager en avion. Airplane meals. Les repas dans l'avion. People say they don't like them, but I like airplane lunch. First class. Yeah, première classe. This is where you get the champagne. First class seats are wide. Les sièges de première classe sont larges. And they have a nice big TV. And they can bend the seat like that and sleep. I so want to travel first class once in my life. Next one. Hôtesse de l'air. Flight attendant. There is a comic in France about a flight attendant. It's called Natasha, Hôtesse de l'air. And you can read it. It's cute and nice, and it's an adventure around the world of this flight attendant called Natasha. Go check it out. I wanted to be flight attendant. Je voulais être hôtesse de l'air. Flight attendants must like traveling. Les hôtesses de l'air doivent aimer voyager. What? Come on! Sick bag. But in French it's so disgusting, it's called vomit bag. So sac vomitoire ou sac à vomi. This is disgusting. Use a sick bag when throwing up. Utilisez un sac à vomi quand on vomit. I never seen people actually using them because flights are kind of comfortable now. Yeah, sick bags. Next one. What? Compartiment bagage au-dessus des sièges. Overhead storage compartment. You don't need the overhead part in French, just compartiment. Put your luggage in the luggage compartment. Mettre les bagages dans le compartiment à bagages. And be careful when you open the storage compartment because it can fall on your head. Faites attention quand vous ouvrez le compartiment à bagages car les bagages peuvent vous tomber sur la tête. It's the end! Have a nice flight, everyone, and try those words when you fly to France. So yeah, leave me a comment about your airplane experience. So welcome back to French Weekly Words, and this week will be about currency exchange. Let's start. First one is convertir, to convert, converting money, convertir de l'argent. Foreign exchange, devise étrangère. When you get to a new country, you should change your monies in foreign exchange. Quand on arrive dans un nouveau pays, il faut changer sa monnaie en monnaie étrangère. You can order foreign exchange at your bank before going. On peut commander des devises étrangères à la banque avant de partir. Next one. US dollar.
Dollar américain. Mulika. US dollars are green. Les dollars américains sont verts. Here you go. Yeah. US dollar. $1. Having your first US dollar in your pocket is good luck. Avoir votre premier dollar dans la poche est un signe de chance. So more of them will come. Next one. Currency. Devise. To buy currency. Acheter des devises. And then you can trade them and make more money. So pièce. Coin. Let's flip a coin. And fail. Lancer une pièce de monnaie. To flip a coin. Ooh. So heads or tails? Tails, I'm sorry. You lose. Having many coins in your wallet. Avoir beaucoup de pièces dans son porte-monnaie. I'm so rich. Whee! And it's the end. So how many money do you need to change when you go to a new country? And how much do you spend? Or what's your experience about exchanging currencies? Leave us a comment, check the word list, and we'll see you next week. Bonjour. Bonjour is hello. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Hey! Okay, now you can say bonjour any time of the day, even if it's night. Salut, hi. Hi is salut. Salut, comment ça va? Hey, how you doing? So, salut is like bonjour, and you can also use it to say hi and to say goodbye. So when you leave, you can also say salut, à la prochaine. Ça va. How are you? You can say ça va, like just after salut, ça va. Or bonjour, ça va. Or comment ça va? If you only say ça va, it's kind of missing something, so put it after a greeting. So, how are you? How you doing? Comment ça va? Bonsoir. Good evening. Not good night. Almost good night, but not. Bonsoir is also a greeting you can use when you leave or when you enter someone's place. For example, if you go in the evening to someone's house or party, you can say, ah, bonsoir tout le monde. Bonne nuit. Good night. Good night is bonne nuit, person sleeping next to you. Bonne nuit. Or to your family when you go to sleep. Oui. Yes. Yeah. Oui. You also say yeah. Maybe you've heard oui, oui. Like French people often do this. Oui, oui. It's also a cartoon for children. Oui, oui and his little car. You should try and watch it in French. It's very educative. Non. Non, non. You have oui, oui and non, non. We often say them both. Just use yes and no. Oui et non. Je m'appelle. My name is. Je m'appelle Lia. You knew that already, huh? What's your name? Leave it in the comment in French. S'il vous plaît. Please. Please. S'il vous plaît. This is a polite version, and if you want the more friendly version, is s'il te plaît, if you're asking a friend. S'il te plaît. Give me your candy. I'm starving. S'il te plaît, donne-moi des bonbons. L'addition, s'il vous plaît. D'accord. Okay. So we also use okay, but with a French accent. Okay. Hi, how you doing? When you come to the cinema with me? D'accord. Excusez-moi. Excuse me. If someone is blocking the way, you just say excusez-moi. Merci. Thank you. Please learn this one and be polite. In French, we just have merci. There is no short version of it, and you can use it for anyone. So when you receive something at the grocery store, ah, merci. Or when someone does you a favor, ah, merci. If you want to be really polite or really thankful, you can say merci beaucoup. Thanks a lot. De rien. So you are welcome. If someone says merci to you, you can just say ah, de rien. So merci et de rien. Those come in a pair, so learn them together. It's nice. Il est quelle heure? What time is it? Or quelle heure il est? You will more often hear the second version. So, oh, excusez-moi, quelle heure il est? Excuse me, what time is it? Où sont les toilettes? Where is the bathroom? We don't have many available bathrooms in public places, and usually they are really dirty. So, or maybe if you are at someone's house, you can ask, où sont les toilettes? Enchanté, nice to meet you. Bonjour, enchanté, je m'appelle Lia. And here you have 3 of today's words together. Isn't it nice? Bonjour, je m'appelle Lia, enchanté. Comment ça va? Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Lia. How you doing? And you have all of them to greet people and start a nice conversation. So nice to meet you. Enchanté. À bientôt. See you soon. This is what I should say at the end of each video. See you soon or à bientôt. Use it when you leave. That's about it. À demain. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. À demain. Yeah. Au revoir. Bye bye or goodbye. Au revoir is kind of polite. You can use it with everyone as well. So if you want to be more friendly, we use like ciao. Au revoir is only for leaving. So yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, watchers. See you next time. À bientôt. No, not yet, because I'm gonna see you guys a lot. Bien sûr. Of course. Bien sûr que c'est le cas. If you want to be sarcastic, you can say oui, bien sûr. We mostly use it this way because we like being sarcastic. So yeah, of course. Yes, yes, you are. Yes. Je peux utiliser. May I use something, something? So fill the blank with whatever you want. Can I use your pencil? Je peux utiliser ce stylo. Oui, oui. Je suis désolé. I'm sorry. Yeah, if you bump into someone, you can also use this one. Like, oh, je suis désolé. If I bump into somebody, they won't wake up, duh. Mundo, go where it pleases. Yeah. Terminator is more like this. I'm sorry. Je suis désolé. Pourquoi? Why? Why? Pourquoi? C'est vrai? Really? C'est vrai? C'est vrai? Oh, fine. So, if you're hearing gossip and stuff, you can be like, oh, c'est vrai? No, no, c'est vrai? Oh, c'est vrai? Really? Yeah. And you can use it with all the intonations. C'est vrai? C'est vrai. So the opposite of c'est vrai is c'est pas vrai. No, it's not. Or not really. Je ne comprends pas. I don't understand. Leah never understands. Leah says her name a lot. Or else she forgets. Happened before. When someone is speaking too fast, like I do, I'm sorry, je suis désolé. You can tell them je ne comprends pas. Or, yeah, because they have all those fancy French words and vocabulary, you can be like, non, je ne comprends pas.
Serveur, waiter. Serveur, waiter. Frédéric est serveur. Frédéric is a waiter because he has to pay for, I don't know, university, so in the summer you can be a waiter. Serveuse, waitress. Serveuse, waitress. La serveuse tient un plateau avec des verres. The waitress is holding a tray with glasses. I couldn't be a waitress because I would just break everything because I'm clumsy. I admire people who can wait properly. Menu, menu. Menu, menu. Ce menu est à prix fixe. This menu is at a fixed price. Yeah, when you go to a restaurant, you will usually have à la carte menu, where you can choose the items you want, and then a fixed price menu when you can choose between 2 or 3 different items, and if you want appetizers and a main and one more thing, and if you want dessert or cheese. And depending on that, the price can vary. Commander, to order. Commander, to order. J'ai commandé le plat du jour. I ordered the dish of the day. Good job. Oh, water. Oh, water. Tu devrais boire plus d'eau. You should drink more water. And I should also drink more water. It gets your skin nice and fresh. Dessert. 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 Dessert is my favorite thing. La tarte tatin est un dessert populaire qui peut être commandé dans la plupart des brasseries françaises. Tarte tatin is a common dessert that can be ordered in most French brasseries, which are traditional tiny restaurants. It's a nice dessert with apple, and the secret is to bake it reversed, so with the apple at the bottom and the dough on top. So tasty. I think it was discovered when someone dropped the tart the other way or put it the wrong way in the oven, and then discovered that it was a tasty way to bake. Because the dough will keep the warmth inside, and the apple will bake in their own juice, and being a bit steamed too, because the dough is on top. And when you flip it back, then the dough stay drier, let's say, because it doesn't soak up all the juices from the apple? Yeah, from all the apples. Oh. So then you flip it back, and it's nice. The apple gets really tight and compact, and really molten. Yum, 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 yum. Restauration rapide. Fast food. Restauration rapide. Fast food. Les hamburgers et les frites sont considérés comme étant de la restauration rapide. Burgers and fries are considered fast food. Yum, 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 yum. I like hamburgers. With bacon. What are we talking about? Probably food again. Restaurant. 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 Le restaurant est très bon. The restaurant is really good. Of course it is. It's French. If you can save a bit when you go to France and go to a really good restaurant, you should try it because it's worth it. So try it at least once. Note. Bill. Note. Bill. Serveur, la note. Waiter, the bill. Try to be a bit more polite and say at least, please. Like, can I have the bill, please? And don't call the waiter, waiter. Just say, can I have the bill, please? Puis-je avoir la note, s'il vous plaît? Would be a more polite way to say so. Délicieux. Delicious. Délicieux. Delicious. C'est plus que bon, c'est délicieux. This is more than good. This is delicious. I like delicious crepe. And you can make a ton of crepe and then you can eat all the crepe with as many toppings as you want. My favorite is chocolate and banana and whipped cream.
Une table pour 3, s'il vous plaît. Une table pour 3, s'il vous plaît. A table for 3, please. Actually, I used that a lot when I was in Italy. But it was a tavole por 3, per favore. A tavola por 3, per favore. Anyways, you can use this phrase when making a reservation. You can change the number depending on how many people are with you. For example, to reserve a table for 2, you can say une table pour 2, s'il vous plaît. Une table pour 2, s'il vous plaît. Pour une table pour 1, for a table just for 1, you will say une table pour 1. Le menu, s'il vous plaît. Le menu, s'il vous plaît. The menu, please. Use this when you can see the menu on the table or the waiter forgot to bring one. This happens a lot. J'aimerais ceci, s'il vous plaît. J'aimerais ceci, s'il vous plaît. I'd like this dish, please. You can say this while indicating on the menu. It may come in handy if you're not sure how to pronounce a dish name. Yeah, I use that a lot myself, especially for Japanese food. Sans oignon, s'il vous plaît. Sans oignon, s'il vous plaît. Without onions, please. If you don't like something, you should memorize this. You can refer to anything else by substituting oignon with a different noun. For example, if you want to order a beverage without ice, you can say sans glaçons, s'il vous plaît. Sans glaçons, s'il vous plaît. Sans tomate, without tomatoes. Sans tomate. Pourriez-vous m'apporter du sel? Pourriez-vous m'apporter du sel? Can you please bring me the salt? Yeah, American people love salt. I don't know why, because I don't. You can use this phrase to ask for seasonings such as salt or pepper or a missing tableware. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. Excuse me. Use this to call the waiter's attention. Excusez-moi. While trying to make eye contact. Sometimes they might ignore you, unfortunately. Où sont les toilettes? Où sont les toilettes? Where is the bathroom? This may turn useful in any situation, not only when you are at a restaurant. For example, if you are in the street and ask, où puis-je utiliser les toilettes? Where can I use restrooms or bathroom? Qu'est-ce que ce plat contient? Qu'est-ce que ce plat contient? What does this dish have in it? If you have allergies, you have to learn this question to make sure you can fully enjoy your meal. Yes, sometimes at restaurants they ask you if you have any allergies, but sometimes they don't, so please make sure to ask. Est-ce que c'est possible de payer séparément? Est-ce que c'est possible de payer séparément? Is it possible to pay separately? You can ask this question when paying the bill and if you want to split the amount. For example, when you go out with your friends, you can ask for a separate bill, right? Donc, l'addition séparée? L'addition, s'il vous plaît. L'addition, s'il vous plaît. The bill, please. When you are ready to leave the restaurant, use this phrase to ask for the bill. It's common to pay at the table, and though you are not expected to give a tip, it is always a kind gesture to leave some loose change. Yeah, in America, you are expected to do so. In France, not really. But you can give like 1 or 2 euros, you know?
Crossing borders. I like crossing borders. Traverser les frontières first. Is... Douane. Customs. You don't like them customs.
To enter a country, you need to go through customs. Pour entrer dans un pays, vous devez passer par la douane. Ah! How do you say? Don't bring anything the custom could take away from you. N'emportez rien avec vous que la douane pourrait vous prendre. Next. Formulaire de déclaration. Declaration form. Please fill the declaration form. S'il vous plaît, remplissez le formulaire de déclaration. You fill the declaration form, give it to the customs, enter the country. Remplir le formulaire de déclaration, le donner à la douane et rentrer dans le pays. Next. Nationalité. Nationality. Nationality. What's your nationality? Quelle est votre nationalité? My nationality is French. Ma nationalité est française. So you just replace French with your own nationality. Next. Passeport. Passport. Almost the same. So easy. I like having many stamps in my passport. J'aime avoir plein de tampons dans mon passeport. So when you enter in France, you give your passport, you get a fancy stamp, and you can show it to everyone after this. Next, visa, which in French is visa. What? Postuler pour un visa. To apply for a visa. Or getting a visa is complicated. Avoir un visa, c'est compliqué. So much paperwork and patience. Next is the end. So once you've crossed your border and go to custom and get your visa and went to quarantine, you're free to enter the country and welcome to lovely France. So enjoy your stay. I'll see you next week. Bye!
In the last lesson, we learned how to be grateful to people by saying merci. In this lesson, we'll learn some of the other most common greetings used in France. Vous êtes prêts? Are you ready? Alors, c'est parti. Let's start. The most used informal greeting is salut. Salut. Salut means hi, hello, or goodbye. We use it when we meet but also when we leave. We should only use this greeting with friends and family. And now, let's continue by discussing the formal way to greet people. The one you are probably used to hearing is bonjour. Bonjour. Literally, bonjour means good day. However, we may also interpret it as good morning or good afternoon. As a rule of thumb, we can use bonjour only during the daytime, from morning until evening. During the evening, we say bonsoir. Bonsoir. Soir is French for evening, so bonsoir means good evening. Bonjour and bonsoir are used when we meet someone, but when we leave, we don't say them again. In this formal situation, French people use au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir means goodbye. Finally, in French, we have an expression meaning see you soon that can be considered both formal and informal. À bientôt. À bientôt. Now, you can greet people in many different ways in French. Let's review them all again. When meeting someone informally, we say salut. When meeting someone formally, we say bonjour or bonsoir. When living in a formal situation, au revoir. When living, no matter whether it's formal or informal situation, à bientôt. It's easy, isn't it? Now it's time for Ingrid's insights. In formal situation, French people commonly greet each other by shaking hands. On the other hand, if we meet someone we are really friends with, we kiss each other on both cheeks. Don't be afraid to do it with your French friends, it's normal. Salut, je m'appelle Ingrid. Enchantée. Hi, I'm Ingrid. Nice to meet you. In this series, we are going to learn basic French expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in French. There are only 2 sentences you need to do it. But first, it is important to clarify that in French, there is a difference between the formal and the informal language. Let's first see how French people introduce themselves in an informal situation. Salut, je m'appelle Ingrid. Enchantée de te rencontrer. Hi, I'm Ingrid. Nice to meet you. Salut, je m'appelle Ingrid. Enchantée de te rencontrer. Start by saying salut, je m'appelle. Then say your name. Salut, je m'appelle Ingrid. Finally, say enchanté de te rencontrer. Salut, je m'appelle Ingrid. Enchanté de te rencontrer. And now, let's see the same sentence in formal speech. Bonjour, je m'appelle Ingrid Dubreuil. Je suis enchantée de vous rencontrer. Good morning, I'm Ingrid Dubreuil. Nice to meet you. Bonjour, je m'appelle Ingrid Dubreuil. Je suis enchantée de vous rencontrer. So, what has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a closer look at this together. Salut has been substituted with the formal greeting bonjour, French for good day. Je m'appelle Ingrid has not been changed. Je m'appelle stands in both cases for I am. However, during a formal self-introduction, we always say our last name, so I said Ingrid Dubreuil. Here, you would say your full name. Finally, pay attention to the ending. We went from te rencontrer to vous rencontrer. What is changing is the French word for you. In a formal sentence, we use the more polite word vous. One more time. The informal way to introduce yourself in French is Salut, je m'appelle Ingrid. Enchantée de te rencontrer. The formal way to introduce yourself is Bonjour, je m'appelle Ingrid Dubreuil. Je suis enchantée de vous rencontrer. Now it's time for Ingrid's Insights. When you introduce yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands in France, and if you are not sure whether to use Enchantée de te rencontrer or Enchantée de vous rencontrer, just simply say Enchantée, as I said at the beginning of this lesson. If you use the correct sentence with French people, they are definitely going to be impressed. In the last lesson, we learned the most common forms of greetings in French. Do you remember them? In this lesson, we are going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you're asking it in French, you can be sure that everyone will understand what you're saying, even if their answer is no. Here's the informal way to say it. Est-ce que tu parles anglais? Est-ce que tu parles anglais? In French, verbs change depending on the pronoun that is used. Please notice the word tu in the middle of the sentence. Remember that this is the informal way to say you. The next word is the verb parler, which means to speak. Because it's referring to tu, it's conjugated to tu parles. Est-ce que is an interrogative form to introduce a question. It is similar to the English word do here. And you probably recognize anglais, that is English. Est-ce que tu parles anglais? To learn how to properly conjugate verbs like parler, please look at the Absolute Beginner series on FrenchPod101.com. You can find very detailed grammar lessons and resources there. We are now going to make this sentence formal. First, we need to use a formal version of you, which is vous. If we change the word to vous, we will conjugate parler differently. It becomes this, but it's pronounced the same way, parler. Est-ce que vous parlez anglais? Est-ce que vous parlez anglais? Adding excuse-moi, excuse me, the sentence becomes even more polite. Excusez-moi, est-ce que vous parlez anglais? Excusez-moi, est-ce que vous parlez anglais? The responses you will receive could be one of these three. Oui, yes, oui. Un peu, a little. Un peu. Non, je ne parle pas anglais. No, I don't speak English. Non, je ne parle pas anglais. Since this last one is a negative statement, we need to say ne before the verb, parle, and pas after it. Notice that the verb parle is slightly different from parler. Remember, the verb changed depending on the pronoun used. We are now talking about je, French for I, thus I don't speak is je ne parle pas. Now it's time for Ingrid's Insights. For those of you who are not only English speakers, you can obviously use this question with any other language you need. French people study other European languages at school, so maybe you will get lucky. Just substitute anglais with English, italien for Italian, russe for Russian, espagnol for Spanish, allemand for German, and any other languages. In the last lesson, we learned some words used when apologizing in French, including excusez-moi and je suis désolé. In this lesson, we are going to learn numbers in French. Yes, numbers, les nombres, from 1 to 10. And you are going to learn them in only 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Are you ready? Let's start. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job! So what is before 1? Do you know? It's the same as in English, but with a different pronunciation. Zéro. Zéro. You don't have any more excuses. You can give your friends your cell phone number in French. Let's try together. We'll use the phrase Mon numéro c'est le, which means my number is. Mon numéro c'est le. Mon numéro c'est le 3 3 7 1 2 2 4 9 6 8. Can you read it by yourself? 3 3 7 1 2 2 4 9 6 8. Perfect. Now it's time for Ingrid's Insights. When we go to the post office in France, we sometimes have to stand in line with a number. When it's your turn to check out, they scream numéro 1, numéro 10, and so on. Learn your numbers well so you can be ready. In the last lesson, we learned how to count in French. I hope you spent some time practicing the numbers because they will come in handy today. We are going to learn how to go shopping in France. Before we go, you need to know how to say, how much is it? Combien ça coûte? Combien ça coûte? Are you ready to go shopping in France? Let's go! You see something you like and want to ask the shop clerk how much it costs. The first thing to say to a shop clerk is, excusez-moi. Do you remember what that means? Excuse me. Excusez-moi, combien ça coûte? Excusez-moi, combien ça coûte? If you want to be more specific when asking how much is it and refer to a certain type of object, we first need to drop the word ça. Next, we need to know if the object is a feminine or masculine object. If it is masculine, add se when referring to it, or cette for a feminine object, and then say the noun. For example, hat is a masculine word. Chapeau. Excusez-moi, combien coûte ce chapeau? Excuse me, how much is that hat? Excusez-moi, combien coûte ce chapeau? And skirt is a feminine noun. Jupe. Excusez-moi, combien coûte cette jupe? Excuse me, how much is this skirt? Excusez-moi, combien coûte cette jupe? At this point, the shop clerk can answer by saying ça coûte, ça fait, or c'est. For example, ça coûte 39 euros. Ça fait 39 euros. Or, c'est 39 euros. What number is 39? I'm not telling you. Okay, it's 39. It costs 39 euros. Now it's time for Ingrid's Insights. A quicker way to ask how much is c'est combien, which literally means how much. Even when you ask for a coffee, you can ask the cashier Un café, c'est combien, s'il vous plaît? One espresso, please. How much is it?
Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.